Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. What's going on in my hair? Oh guys, I'm really sick today, so if my voice sounds a bit weird, I'm sorry. Apologies for my last video. I didn't realize the audio was so echoey until I was editing down and I was like, oh my god. Like I do at the beginning of every video, this is the readout of a comment from the last video, and this comment was sent in by Skelloween, and the comment says, "The jokes are rife on the internet, full stop. People think we are a joke, sad face." And that happens a lot, actually. Unfortunately, a lot of people make fun of people on the autism spectrum, but it's just something that I go, well, look, that's their issues and they have their own insecurities and they just kind of reflect that on us, so leave them to it. Get on, do you, and you will be awesome. If you want to see your comment read out here, please hit that bell icon on desktop and mobile. I'll be picking from the first 30 commenters on there to read out one of those comments on the beginning of every video. Before we jump straight into this video, I just want to tell you guys that I have something very cool happening very soon. Super excited about it, and I want to tell you all about it, and I'm going to release all the information via my mailing list, so please check the link below. Make sure you're subscribed to my mailing list so you don't miss out on any of the news and any of the cool stuff I've got going on this year, because I have a lot of projects going on this year, some super exciting ones that you guys are going to love, so please go and sign up right now. Okay guys, so this video is all about Asperger's / autism and depression. In this video, we're going to cover what depression is, how it goes undetected in autism and Asperger's, why it's more prone to people on the autism spectrum, and some coping strategies for depression. Okay guys, so depression or depressive disorder is a very common and serious medical disorder which negatively affects the way you think, feel and act in your day-to-day life. And this is obviously a massive mental health issue, and you know, it's no exclusive qualifying criteria for this. Depression happens across the board to anybody. It could happen to anyone. Depression is kind of like, you know, it's a negatively impacting issue on your life. So you may feel like you don't want to get out of bed. You may feel super just unmotivated constantly. It may cause you to like put on excessive weight gain, lose excessive weight loss. There's a whole number of things that could encompass depression. When I was younger, I did suffer from depression. This was obviously caused part of the condition really of Asperger's, but obviously before I was diagnosed, I was actually diagnosed with depression, and I had all other kind of stuff, and they tried to get me on meds, which I don't really like, so I kind of stay away from those things. But it's a very serious disorder. How does depression go undetected in autism? Because this is a very common misdiagnosis where it can have the adverse effect as well. So basically, people with autism and Aspergers syndrome could have depression, but we got undiagnosed with depression and just have the diagnosis of the autism spectrum disorder. Or vice versa, they could have an autism spectrum disorder and depression, and the autism spectrum disorder could go undiagnosed because they were diagnosed with depression, which happened to me actually initially. And the reason this happens is because the autism traits are, you know, like the anger, like routine, you know, and social behavior, and not understanding social routines, not wanting to go out to crazy social situations, you know, super anxious and things like that. These are all traits that could be within someone who has depression. Now, the interesting thing is that, you know, it does a lot of the time go undiagnosed, and if it's left and not treated properly with specific mental health care, then it could actually lead to some devastating effects, which is obviously no good. And I'm sure if anybody's, you know, come across anything to do with depression before or been affected by it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So why is depression more prone to people on the autism spectrum? And you know, this one's quite interesting. So in order to get a diagnosis on the autism spectrum disorders, then you must have to tick something called the triad of impairment. And the triad of impairment is social communication, social strategies, and imagination. So you must lack in all those fields, and that's how they score you. They take into consideration the triad of impairment, and then they see how badly you react to those three things. So with the triad of impairment, because of these things, you know, because of like, you know, lack of social interaction, lack of social communication, a lack of opportunities for going for jobs and certain things, because it may become overwhelming and difficult. Depression is a prone reaction to those types of situations, regardless if you're on the spectrum or not. So people who are on the spectrum are more likely to be cast within that negative mindset because of the difficulty surrounding their condition. It could be problems with your relationship, problems at work, it could be problems with your friends and keeping on to friendships, keeping on to relationships with you know, your partner or whatever. And these things obviously can be challenging and difficult, and the challenges and the difficulty could lead to depression. And this is why it's probably more prone within people with autism and Asperger's. Because of those reasons, you're kind of almost susceptible to them from the word go. Okay guys, so I'm going to go on to coping strategies strategies. So especially for me, and I've used a lot of these coping strategies in the past, I'm just going to go through a list of things that, you know, may help you guys. It may not help you guys. You may find something that's, you know, more appropriate, but I definitely think that you should definitely try these out if you are suffering from any kind of you know, depressive state. Okay, so this is on the list. Having a nap, you know, recharging your batteries every now and then is super good, and it'll definitely help you with your motivation and feelings of that time. But try not to oversleep or sleep too much, because that could have an adverse effect also. Listening to music feeds the soul, and it's a really good way to relax or find music that you like and enjoy, and maybe listen to music. It can take you out of the situation quite a lot. Watching television is a good form of escapism. So if you're, you know, feeling down or whatever, watch some television. Working on personal projects and having you know, multiple creative projects, getting creative is really, really good, because it focuses that energy somewhere and it kind of takes you out of that kind of depressive slump. That's definitely a good one. Socializing with your friends. I know it's difficult for people on the autism spectrum, but actually talking to people online, chatting on forums, even commenting on YouTube and stuff, this will definitely help everybody you know, feel more part of a community and know that there's life outside this weird depressive bubble that you may find yourself in. Mental stimulation, like playing games or like math problems and stuff like that, that definitely helps. Getting your brain engaged in cognitive activity will definitely help with the release of certain endorphins and actually help you overcome certain depressive states. Scheduling activities and making short-term plans gives you more of a basis outline. I do this all the time, and I have to do this. I run my life on charts and stuff, and if you guys would like to see a video on my life and how I run my life with charts and lists and different apps and stuff, please give this video a thumbs up and I'll do that video next. So planning stuff like short trips to the shopping centre or the mall or whatever with your family or friends or something, this is a very good one to keep you focused on something that's going to come up soon. Okay guys, so they were some tips and tricks on coping with depression. I hope you liked it. I read every single comment, so please put a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to learn more about Asperger's and autism, please hit that subscribe button above here. If you'd like to see my last video, please click over here. And if you'd like to see my day-to-day life on my vlog channel, please click over here. Sign up to my mailing list to get the latest news on me. I'll see you next time guys. Peace!